Hey, how's it going back out there in YouTube land? Yeah, just a bit of an update in this video on the old outdoor oven that I made. If you've been following the channel and looking along, you might have seen the sort of other video I did on it. But now she's almost finished. Almost finished. I did say I was going to insulate the inside with ceramic tiles, I think. But yeah, this project's run out of money, so this is about as far as it's going to get for a wee long time. But anyway, I'm quite happy with it. I'll give it a test in the other video, and so now I'm going to put it through its paces. So you might note, if you look in here, I've got a couple of tables folded, put on the end, put a shroud over the flue, just in case you brush across it. It still gets hot, but you won't burn yourself or stick to it. Got the old firebox in here, which works pretty well. And you can see the casters. I did in the initial test have trouble with that, the oven door, but no, now it's working pretty good. I can lay it down, still with the handle there. Doesn't get in the way like I thought it might. And there it is. So yeah, gets up to temperature. Not the best day of the year for testing things, a bit rainy, but a bit moist. I did cook a bit of pork in it yesterday and it worked pretty well. You don't get to see that because I do have a weatherproof camera, but not a weatherproof lens. So anyway, there we are. Without much more jibber jabber, I think I'll get in and have a go at making some bread. Yeah, why not? Never done it before, and could be a complete fail. So, never mind, we'll give it a go and see how we proceed. So yeah, let's go. So yeah, here we are. Had a bit of a setback. Started to rain, so I have to move everything into my improvised office here. And I think I've got everything I need to get the job going. I've just mixed in there. I've got a cup of flour. You can see that because I don't want to make too much if it doesn't work. I'll put in about 2 teaspoons of active yeast. I think that's what you're supposed to do. And I put in a bit of maple syrup. And I'm just waiting for that to sort of froth up. Bit of lukewarm water. So I'm going to mix all that together in a second. I think I'll put in a bit of oil. Don't know why, but I will. Here we go. And then we'll start kneading it together. That'll do. So yeah, I've substituted out the sugar with a bit of the old maple syrup. So now I'll just start mixing it in. And I've got about 12 minutes to do it or my camera will stop. So hopefully you can see all this in the video. The water's probably a little bit warm, but I don't know. Really got no idea what I'm doing. But it's a world of firsts or whatever. So we'll give it a go. Really a sticky mess, so I add a little bit more water. So like I say, I have really no idea what I'm supposed to be doing or what I'm doing. I've watched a few outdoor boys and yeah, give me pretty good ideas, I guess, but it's a matter of doing it to learn, and so that's what I'm doing. It's still a bit sticky, but it's coming up all right, I think. Proof will be in the pudding, as it were. Alright, so that'll do, I think. I'm not exactly sure what I'm even looking for, but I've given that a bit of a knead, I think they call it. I've folded it over, given it a bit of a squeeze. You've just seen in the fast forward. And we'll get it so it'll sort of look like what it's maybe supposed to. So we'll leave that there for about an hour. I think it's supposed to increase in size if I put enough yeast in it, which I put 2 let me get it right. I put 2 teaspoons of yeast in there. I'll put a bit of, I don't know how much really, of maple syrup to replace the sugar. Like I said, I'll put a little bit of oil in, no idea why. And naturally just ordinary old flour and lukewarm water. Right, what's the time? At 25 past 11. I'll go and do the dishes and hopefully that does something. Back at you soon. Alrighty, well that's doing its thing. Getting on there, just a little talk about the oven really. they reckon, the experts are telling me online, that if you get it too hot, then you'll ruin the yeast and it won't work. So yeah, I'm going to aim for about 150C, 300, just under. What I have found is I'm burning some old wood I had off a cherry tree that I pruned, and that seems to maintain it at about 150. I've got some eucalypt or gum in there that'll get it up to, you see on there, that'll get it up to easy 400 degrees, probably 250C, nearly 500 Fahrenheit. So I'm not going to burn that. It gets a little hot, I think, for what I need to do. So we're nearly ready. Oh, it's been nearly an hour. We'll probably give it about 2 actually, see what happens. And we'll stick it in, give it a bit of a bake, and see what we come out with. Yeah, getting excited. Should be good, hopefully. So yep, well that said, hurry up and wait. Right, we'll crank this up, and yeah, I've actually got no idea how hot it should be. Should have done some research, but I didn't. But there you go, never mind. Anyway, I'm going to crank it up. I'm going to ease it up to temperature. Yeah, probably go low rather than high, I'd imagine, would be the best way to go. But I could be wrong. Could be wrong on lots of things. I also have no idea on how long it should take to cook, but I'll just keep an eye on it by opening the oven. So I'll put a match in there. We won't get a raging blaze for reasons we have discussed on side. And yeah, let's do it. Broken match. That didn't work. Try it again. What I've also done, if you saw the first video, is I've actually put, you probably can't see in there, but I put some vent holes in the back of the oven, just in case you get a bit of pressure if you're getting steam. But there we go. So we'll get that cranked up, get it up to where we got to be, open the vents, and then I'll go and get the stuff that has actually increased in size, and we'll stick it in and hope for the best. So yeah, that'll take about 20 minutes to get up to heat. In the meantime, we will again go and ponder what's next. Roger that. Rightio, the oven's nearly up to speed. I don't know if you can see that. I don't know if it's actually what it's supposed to look like, but she's going to go in all but sticky on the bottom in mine. Got a slightly oiled bread thing there. Put a few seeds on the top, and they fell off, so we'll put them back on. It did rise up a bit. Not sure, I think it's supposed to, don't know. I'll get it flat in there. We'll proceed to put it in the oven, and yeah, let's do it. So just had a thought, don't know if that was focused, I won't be able to tell till I edit it, but here we go. Slightly greased bread tin, I think it is, like I said. And yeah, let's go. Let's hope for the best. Put that into there. And cook away. Yeah. All good. Nice. So there you go. If you can see that through the rain, it is precipitating down quite badly. It's just starting to get a little burnt on the top. It hasn't actually risen, but oh, you get that. Apart from that, doesn't look too bad. So I'll drag it out. We'll cut her up and have a look at it. See what it tastes like. So there it is, my little mini loaf. If you can see that on top there. Me improvised welding gloves. Came out, didn't stick. Oh, I don't feel too bad. It's not burned on the bottom. So we'll cut into her. Don't really need a bread knife like that. But get rid of the improvised oven gloves. Here we go. My favourite little EDC that I made. Not too bad actually. You can see that. Pretty good. Pretty happy with that. Yeah, very happy with that. Nice. Nice. Yeah, it's quite good. It's crispy on the outside. Just how smells good. Just how bread should be, really, I would think. Don't know much about cooking bread, but I do know a little bit about eating it. So I'll go and get some spread, some honey, and we'll do a taste test, yeah? Cool. Back at you in a second. So there you have it, a bit of warm bread. And is it any good? Don't know. I'll tell you in a minute. but I'm thinking not bad for a first attempt. First bread I've ever made. Probably not a bread knife, but it'll work. Put a bit of that on it. Oh. Yeah, warm bread can't beat it, eh? Bit of honey. Yeah, pretty good. Shouldn't eat with your mouth full, but yeah, a little bit excited. So that's yeah, worked out pretty good. I'm happy with that. Didn't rise as much as I thought it probably should, but as bread goes, yeah, it's pretty good. First time I ever made bread. Bear with me a second. I'll get rid of that. It's nice and soft in the middle there. Crunchy on the outside. Didn't burn on the bottom, so I'm happy with that. Took about 40 minutes to cook. Don't know if that's normal or not. Yeah, so there you have it. So what I would recommend, if anybody can get your hands on one of those wood-fired type ovens, yeah, do it, because they do cook quite well. Not the best cook in the world, as people might tell you, but yeah, that's good. I'm happy with that bread. So all that being said and done, I hope this video's found you safe and well, and everybody's happy. Enjoy your day.